Good morning for day 2. It rained all night. Actually just kept raining harder and harder and hasn't let up. I just checked the weather and it looks like it's going to rain all day. All day into the night. I have 11 miles planned to the next section that I'm allowed to camp in. Other than that, it's either that or do like 30 miles or something. So 11 mile day, not a long day. The rain looks like it's going to die off, at least where I am here, at 8 o'clock tonight. I don't know about 11 miles down the trail or beyond. But I'm hoping for the best that this rain is going to subside a little bit later on in the day and the whole entire trail isn't going to be dumping down rain on me. Well, my hand ended up being fine this morning. It's my ring finger that got swollen up. I can deal with that, I think, for a little bit. Good thing I never take my wedding ring off because it ain't coming off now. But I was worried about waking up with a swollen hand, and I can deal with just one little finger there. Hopefully nothing more happens to that finger on this trip. So even more slippery today with all the rain non-stop all night. Cats and dogs this morning, man. Got camp broke up, left no trace except for a dry spot on the ground where my tent was. I had a nice lay there, a 25-inch wide sleeping pad. I'm loving that. That's like luxury. I had it wedged in between two rocks. Couldn't feel them when it was on there. Made sure it was safe and wasn't going to puncture anything. I mean, it was fine. Boy, that was nice. Nice and comfy all night. And there's a lot of dead trees around me. I didn't like that. I didn't want to mention it, but I'm going to say it now. Hey, I always mention it. Nothing bad ever happens, so I'm not going to ignore it. I'm going to tell you about it because that's my thing. Tree fell at the top of a tree right before I was putting my tack on, getting ready to go. Top of a tree fell down, thump, maybe about 15, 20 yards from me. Oh gosh. I'm about a mile, maybe 2 from where I camped. I'm in private land right now. And right here is a stone culvert of Vanderbilt's Folly. I'm not even sure what that means. But further down the path, we're gonna see an incomplete section of it. I'm guessing the stream is going underneath it and it's gonna come out the other side. I don't know. It's kind of neat seeing stuff like this in the middle of nowhere. I'm up here on top of Vanderbilt's Folly. A lot of wet ferns here, going right through my trail runners here. This morning before I left the tent, I put on the new stuff, trail toes. That's supposed to be for wet conditions, knowing that I was probably gonna have wet feet all day. So I'll see how that works out for me. Still hoping the rain's gonna die off here in the evening or late afternoon. Maybe I'll out hike the rain, we'll see. And then I guess it would catch up to me. No, I just want the rain to go. Go away, rain. At least I won't have trouble getting water. We're getting pretty close to the Pennsylvania Turnpike now. We're gonna be going underneath it, I think. I've been going through private land for a while now. Pretty much the whole day I'm hiking is going to be either private land or not allowed to camp land. There's going to be one little tiny strip of, I think it's Rothrock State Forest, that I'm going to stop at this evening. And that's where I'll be camping tonight, because I'm not going to pull like a 30-mile day. I think it'll be something like that for the next possible camp spot that I'm allowed to camp in legally. Having these gaiters, they're multi-use for me. I love them. I use them as like a ground cloth. I use them for tick barrier. They're coated in permethrin. And walking through these tall weeds keeps me dry. I mean, the top of my feet, my trail runners, that water goes right through there. But let's see how that trail toes does for me that I put on this morning. I couldn't be happier with these gaiters. I'm use them all the time. I got my socks tucked in too. No ticks allowed. Every once in a while on a trail I come across those, looks like a trail camera to me. I don't know what the purpose of those are for. Maybe just counting the number of people that go by. If it even is a trail camera, I'm not sure. It looks like that's what it is, but I always wave to them though, just in case it's somebody taking my picture. This section here, where's the trail? A little road walk now. That little section of trail I just did there, it's private property and is actually closed during hunting season, October 31st to December something. Oh, I'll show you the picture. But I don't think there's any reroute either. We'll see how close I am to the turnpike. Definitely getting noisy. Well, there's the turnpike. I think that's a turnpike. Sheepskin Hollow Road, I think we're on. I think we got a little road walk for a little bit here. Obviously no camping here, that's why. I'm gonna cruise on this. We're at mile 10 right now. 7 miles to go to my camp. Looks like we're at the 9.2 marker. I was a little off. Still close enough. Somebody set up a little trash can over here. Threw my one wrapper in I had today. Got to keep my bag of trash on me to put more trash in later. Just a little road walk. Fishing is permitted here, the sign says. No swimming, no camping. Little farm here, that's cool. I took a little wrong turn back there. It didn't throw me off too much. Just saw this little arrow that says walk here, so I just followed it. I didn't see any orange blazes for a little bit, but so I turned around. I got that cool shot of the turtle though. This is a pretty neat section. Well, it looks like I'm supposed to cross over this little ladder thing here through this field. There's an orange blaze over there and it just stops down there, so into the tall grass we go. Well, that section was terrible. Tall grass and practically no trail. Luckily there was markers. Back over this thing now. Well, I'm here having a lunch here, right where the path meets Ramsey's path. I think it goes, what it says right there, 0.6 miles down to a road. Just want to take a break. We're making good time. I'm probably 5 miles or less to the camp that I'm going to stay at, so no big rush. We got some views coming up here. So I got to stop and get water too. I think I'm going to have a place to get water up here. Charge my battery a little bit. And I should probably be packing up as I'm talking here. But got that charged. The rain's been holding off, but every now and again you get that shower come through. Lasts for like 10 seconds. I don't know if that's wind knocking it off the trees. It's not very windy. Either way, I've had the rain jacket off for a while. Just been dealing with it. I've been staying pretty dry. To a point. I mean, trail's been slippery. It's been slow moving too, so it's a good thing I didn't plan a lot of miles today. I have to say that it's in the back of my mind that I'm worried about the big miles I have planned later on in this trip, because it is slow moving on these rocks, and you know, I already slipped once, caught myself a couple other times. My snacks of choice heading to camp will be there, and I think I got one more, something, I forget what it is, left in my pouch there. These things are really good, these clean bars. Looking forward to that guy. First trail register I came across for the Standing Stone Trail. It's been about over 2 weeks since somebody else signed it. Welcome to Monument Rock. This is almost a quarter mile off trail, but I had to come see it. That's the Standing Stone Rock. Be a nice view up here if it wasn't for the weather right now. I've just stepped into state forest land, allowed to camp again. My proposed campsite is right up here. I think we're going to pass some power lines, and there's a small trail going down to a place I can camp, and then even a longer way down to get water. But that's where we're staying tonight. Big open spot. Oh boy, it'd be nice views up here. It still was pretty. Here's the marker for the turn. Looks like we're going to be heading up that way tomorrow, but we are going to be heading down to here and find some camping and water, because I'm out. Well, it might be a little tricky getting a nice flat lay here, but I've set my tent up in worse places. Let's go see if we can find that water though. Drop this pack for a little bit. Now there's the gate right here with a road right outside my camp here. And a couple cars just went up and down it, so hopefully that's not happening all night, or I get some kooks over here. But what day is it? Thursday. It's Thursday, so it's not like it's the weekend or something. Who wants to camp in this weather anyway? Oh man, I've been walking on this road for a long time, way longer than I wanted to. Finally, there's running water here. I got my scoop with me, what's in my pocket. Got my water bladder here. I'm gonna take 3 liters up to the camp. That was way too far. There we go. Back up the hill we go. Good news is it's only 5 o'clock. Only 11 miles today. Did that pretty good, even though I went slow. Had to go slow because of just the terrain and the slipperiness. It looks like I'm gonna have a pretty nice camp. Looks a little brighter than it did all day too. That's uplifting, I like that. Let's go up this hill. At least it's a road. We're back up. Now just to let you know what I did. I don't know if what I did was right, just to let you know. I came out of here and I went left to go down there. A couple twists and turns down the hill, and the water started coming up out of the side of the hill there. I did go that way for a little bit and decided to turn around. I actually looked at the map, and the little water symbol looked like it was that way, and I was right. So that's what I did. I don't see another place for water. Let's go back to camp. Hopefully a bear didn't get in my pack or something. This spot seems like a nice place for my tent. Nice and flat. That's what I like to figure out where to set it up. Sometimes it's not the prettiest spot, but I want the flattest spot. So she's going right there. I gotta set it up early because it needs to air out because I put it away soaking wet this morning. You know what? I always do time lapse. Let's do something different this time. There we go. Air out mode. Well, I'm having a fun time here. Getting everything dried out. And you know what? If you process your wood small enough, have enough patience and time, you can get yourself a fire in wet conditions. First fire 2023. I had to. Ah, that's comforting. Well, it's about 8:30. I'm just gonna burn this wood away. I've been sitting here just relaxing, using the massage ball here. I'm gonna call it a night. Looks like a nice peaceful night. It's been really quiet. A couple cars whenever I was hiking down, but nothing since. It's been dry. Check the forecast. The rain chances are supposed to go up, so just gonna enjoy this while I can. I feel pretty dry. The trail toes work great on my feet. They feel good. No sore spots anywhere. I got 17 miles planned tomorrow, so I'll test it out again. See you tomorrow for day 3.